Okay, welcome back. In this module, we are going to be talking about inviting over the phone and specifically your warm market, the people that you know. And obviously, it makes sense if you are brand new, talk to the people that you know the best, the people that you have the closest relationship with. I've seen all kinds of different trainers that tell their people to rank their people in the order of all these different categories and things like that. And I'll just tell you, when I'm starting someone out, I just talk about the people you want to show the business to first are the ones that you know the best. Don't overcomplicate the process. People do business with those they know, like, and trust. And so you want to talk to the people that you know, like, and trust the most. And if you are, you could have your A's, your B's, and then there's your A pluses. Now, your A's, those are the people who would help you move, okay? If you call them up and say, hey, I need help moving furniture. An A plus, that would be someone, if you called them and you needed help moving a body, they'd come help you move the body. Someone you're really tight with. Those are the ones that we want to talk to the first. And those are going to be the easiest. You can typically do more of a direct invite with someone that you know really well. And if you've got someone that you know really well, I encourage the curiosity approach typically is just, hey, I need to meet with you. Hey, I've got something important I need to talk to you about. When can I have 20 minutes of your time? And just really go straight in. If someone's really close with you, chances are they're not going to ask you a ton of questions and they're not going to make you, reveal all kinds of information. And we've already talked about how to overcome the objections when people say, what is it, and things like that. So I'm not going to reiterate all those points, but if it's someone you know well, just call them up. Hey, I've got something important I need to run by you. When can we meet? In the next 24 hours. I like to give a time frame for that. And so here's another thing. If you've got someone that you're close with and it would be someone that you'd, go have lunch with normally, someone you might have coffee with. Maybe it's someone who you're really close with, but maybe you even haven't caught up with in a while. And you want to meet with them for half an hour to show them your business. I would encourage you, don't overcomplicate the process. Think about this. If you were going to invite them to coffee, how would you normally invite them to coffee? If you were going to invite someone to lunch, how would you normally invite them to lunch? And whatever the answer is, that's how you invite them. Exactly. So don't overcomplicate the process. Don't think, hey, I want to, tell them a little bit about it. And that tends to be one of the reasons why a lot of people will not sit down and meet with you, is because you give them too much information and they prejudge. And so here's the thing. If I'm going to call my buddy Mike, Mike and I, we haven't met in a long time, but we've been really good friends. And so I'd just call him and I'd say, hey, dude, let's have lunch this week. What are you up to? And we'd set an appointment to have lunch. And I personally, I like to let someone know that I do have some type of idea or that I've got something I want to run by them. And so what I'd say after the invite is I'd say, awesome, man, I can't wait to meet. I've got an idea also that I'm going to run by you. Looking forward to seeing you, man. I'll see you at 2:00. I'll see you at noon. Okay. So set the appointment for coffee, set the appointment for lunch, just like you would set an appointment normally, and then let them know that you got an idea to run by them. Now, here's something that is really important, and we've talked about this, I believe, in the last module. It's just be in a hurry. When you are in a hurry, that kind of lets people know that you're busy and successful. You've got something going on. And so you can say when you call them, hey, it's Matt. Listen, I don't have a lot of time to talk. I'm in a hurry. Hey, it's Matt. Listen, I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk. You can say that, or you can just say something like this. Hey, I'm walking into a meeting real quick, but I've got something important I need to run by you. When can I get 20 minutes of your time? Okay. I didn't say I'm in a hurry, but I said, hey, I'm walking into a meeting. You could even say, hey, real quick. A lot of times when I'm calling someone, I'm just going to let them know I'm in a hurry by the tone of my voice and the way that I'm speaking. So I speak very fast. And so what I'd do is I'd give them a call and I go, hey, Mike, listen, real quick. I need 20 minutes of your time. When can I borrow that in the next 24 hours? And I just go right in. So I don't say I'm in a hurry. I'm just saying, hey, real quick. And if he starts asking me a bunch of questions and things like that, then I can go and I can say, hey, man, listen, I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to talk, but I do need 20 minutes of your time. It's important. Can I count on you? Okay. So that's an example of a very direct invite. Now, here's an invitation that a lot of people have a lot of success with. It's called the 4-step invite. Now, the 4-step invite works like this. Step number 1 is be in a hurry. Step number 2 is clear the date. Step number 3, I've got an idea to show you, or I've got something I need to show you. And then step number 4 is to confirm the date and confirm the location. Now, I'm going to give you an example of this, and I don't want you to get hung up in the words. I want you to get hung up in the psychology. It's the psychology that makes this work. And so if you try to copy my words exactly, it's probably not going to work for you really, really well because it's not you. So again, it's important to be yourself. Now, be a more excited version of yourself. Have a little bit more posture than you normally would, but be yourself. And so it might look something like this. I call my friend up and I go, hey, Mike, listen, I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but what do you have going on Tuesday night? And I'm going to wait. See, I'm clearing the date before I get the invitation. Now, if he tells me he's busy, I'm going to let it go because I'm playing to win. And if I can't win, I don't play. See, I've got control of this. And what happens, and a mistake that a lot of people make in the invitation process, is they're very needy. They're needy with the prospect. And so it's like, hey, man, I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk. What do you got going on Tuesday night? And they say, oh, I've got something going on. Or I've got, my kid's baseball game. And you're like, no, you don't. I've got something you've got to see. Well, then you are the cheesy network marketer. This is how you become part of the NFL club. If you don't know the NFL club, it's the No Friends Left club, because you're just being needy. You're being hypey with the people that you know. And so you play to win. If you can't win, you don't play. If they say they're busy, you say, hey, no worries, man. I'll catch you another time. I got to run. And you're off the phone. Now, what that may do is create a little bit of a curiosity in their mind of like, what's going on? Something's up. Now, I'm going to give you my personal strategy, and this is something that my mentor told me when we first started working together. He said, amateurs wait until the big meeting. Now, the 4-step invite, this is a great invitation to use if you're inviting someone to a hotel meeting. If it's a presentation that's being done at a specific time, that's why you'd use this presentation. Usually not for a one-on-one presentation. A one-on-one presentation, it's a lot simpler. You just ask them when you can have 20 minutes of your time. You just meet them for coffee, meet them for lunch, whatever. But if there's a presenter, someone showing the business at 7 o'clock on Tuesday or Thursday night, then you'd use this. And what an amateur will do is they'll just keep calling their friend back every week and inviting them to that meeting. And you need to have the attitude that if you keep calling them, number one, it's annoying to them if you just keep calling over and over. But what the mindset you want to have is if you don't show them the business quickly, someone else will. Someone else who is actually a professional will go to them. We'll set up a coffee meeting, we'll set up a lunch meeting, invite them to their home, whatever it is, and go show them. And what I used to do as an amateur is I'd always wait until there was a tier 1 exposure. That's where another presenter, someone who can present, there's going to be a lot of people in the room. I would always want to get people to that event because I felt like I wouldn't do as good of a job if I went and sat down with them personally. And I'll just tell you, this is why I made money like an amateur. When I started becoming a professional, what I realized, number one, I was good enough. And so you want to realize that you are good enough. That is the biggest sales job that we have to do in network marketing, is realize that we are good enough to go to people, present the business, and have them be impressed and have them join the business. You are good enough. See, here's the thing for me. If I look at what I had to do to make $1 million in network marketing, really not that difficult. By far, the most difficult thing for me becoming a millionaire in network marketing was believing it could happen to me. And so I'm telling you right now, be a professional. Step up. Have some posture. Have some swagger. Have the faith that you are going to be a millionaire in network marketing. And so let me continue with the script. So it would work something like this. Let's say they are available. I call my friend Mike. I go, hey, dude, I'm in a hurry. I don't have a lot of time to talk, but what do you got going on Tuesday night? And he says, nothing. I say, awesome. Well, listen, I have got an idea I've got to run by you. It is super, super important to me. I need to meet you about 6:30. I need an hour of your time. I'm going to swing by your place and pick you up, and I'm going to take you and kidnap you for about an hour. I'll see you at 6:30 at your house. Okay, you're assuming that they're going to go along with it. Now, I did the kidnapping. For me, that's my personality. It's kind of funny. I'm always kind of cracking jokes with my friends. This is an example of you picking them up. If you want to make sure someone shows up for your presentation, go pick them up. I've never had anyone jump out of the car yet. Haven't heard of anyone jumping out of the car yet. So go pick them up. Now, if that's not going to be appropriate and you need to meet them at a hotel, you need to meet them at a restaurant, something like that, you just change it up and you say, listen, I've got an idea. I've got to run by you. It's really, really important to me. I want you to meet me. Let's meet up at the Hilton Hotel at 7 o'clock on Tuesday night, the one off I-35 and Central Expressway. So you just confirm the date and the location. Now be prepared for them to say, what is it? And we've already gone through how to answer that. And so if you haven't listened to that, listen to that module again. Now, one of the reasons why I created Millionaire School the way it is, where it's, short modules, and you can listen to it anytime. You can actually download the audios and the videos. You can listen to these over and over and over and over again. And so that would be one. Listen to it over and over again. Say those answers to the objections over and over and over again until you get it. And so that covered the direct invite. That covered the 4-step invite. I'm going to give you one other kind of more of a direct invite. Now, this is someone, assuming that you're pretty close friends with, and you know a good bit about them. And so one might be this: hey, Mike, the other day when you said you really wanted to figure out a way to pay off your debt, were you just kidding around, or is that something you're really serious about? And what do you think he's going to say? He's going to say, obviously, he's serious about it. And then you can just go in and do a direct invite. Well, listen, I think I found a way for us to make that happen. I can't explain it over the phone, but I want you to meet me at the Hilton Hotel on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Or you can just say, I think I found a way for us to make that happen. There's no way I could explain it over the phone, but we need to meet for lunch. When can I have 20 minutes of your time? Or when can we sit down for 20 minutes? Okay. Now, the other day when you said you wanted to figure out a way to. Now, it could be a number of different things. And so think back with some of your friends. What are some things that they have said that they wanted? Maybe it's to pay for their kids' college education. Maybe it's a way to, have a vacation home. Whatever it is, that's a great invite. Now, another one is, if this is more of, asking them a question. If there were a way to blank, would you want to know about it? So here's an example. Maybe you're in a health and fitness company. You've got a weight loss product. You could call your friend and, catch up with him. You don't have to go directly in. You can say, hey, man, how you been? Catch up a little bit. And then just go in and say, hey, let me ask you a question. If there were a way to lose 10 pounds in the next 10 days, would you want to know about it? If there was a way that we could feel like 21-year-old kids again, would you want to know about it? If there was a way to lower your electricity bill by 20 or 30%, would you want to know about it? If there were a way to get free electricity, would you want to know about it? If there was a way that you could vacation cheaper than a travel agent vacations, would you want to know about it? If there was a way to vacation for free, would you want to know about it? If there was a way to retire 10 years early, would you want to know about it? And obviously, these are all questions where most people are going to say yes. When they say yes, you just book the appointments. Now, I'm going to give you a few others. Hey, let me ask you a question. If there was a way to pay off all your debt in the next 18 months, would you want to know about it? Let me ask you a question. If there was a way to pay off your car by the end of the year, would you want to know about it? If there was a way to own your home free and clear in the next 12 to 24 months, would you want to know about it? Now, obviously, they're going to say, yeah, man, what do you got? And then you just set the appointment. And so these are some examples of direct approaches. Now, I am big on just calling, doing the direct approach. Hey, man, listen, I've got something I'm working on. I need 20 minutes of your time. Really important to me. It'd mean a lot to me. When can I count on 20 minutes from you? Okay, going direct in. The 4-step invite is great. We've already talked about the text invite. Just asking, pulling out some things in them. I know you and Mary want to be able to take some extra vacations and earn some additional money. You were talking about the other day. Is that something you're serious about, or were you just kidding around? And if there were a way to blank, would you want to know about it? And so start thinking about how you can use these. This module is all about the direct approach. In the next module, we're going to be talking about the indirect approach. I'm going to give you some examples. In fact, I'm going to give you one that will work almost 100% of the time. So definitely pay attention to the next module. We'll see you there shortly.